Doing an overview with some question with the framing. Some of the stuff that the plan is calling out would be a very difficult thing to do. I'm not 100% positive if this is just a concept or the desire. If that's the intent, we are definitely missing some structural element. Um, we'll get stuck with the city. Per plan, it's calling out, or it looks like it's an open space. That's not the case because there is a block wall, and there's two doors that was leading before into your offices, and then that's your other door. This would require major build. It would not be a cheap thing. You would have to basically create a footing that would have to meet the structural design, and an engineer would actually have to stamp it and make that. Then would have to put a post, um, be post and beam. More than likely, this would be an I beam, a metal, and then we could knock out this block. But I don't know how the realistic that is. The time frame and the engineering process takes some time. Um, we can definitely explore that and see if it's a viable option. Now, your second option is your second question is on the staircase. The layout is shown that you'd like the staircase changed with the orientation. It's currently going this way. Now your joist would have to be brought out. Your floor would need to be taken out, and then your joist would come out, and then you basically would create your post and beam. Typically, on a remodel, you'd actually have a design, and then would build it accordingly. We can do that and try to run an inspection, and if we don't have the drawings for that, but we can just build them and call an inspection. Third, your wall as of right now, it's going up like that. And trying to remove this wall and get it in that reframe would be something really major. In addition, you have your I-beams are supporting structure. You're not able to move that out. We are, as discussed, though, there's a I-beam that's being removed, but trying to remove this whole structure with the welds on that, I would not recommend that. That's something that needs to be discussed. And your fourth question is basic on this wash area. What are we doing here? How is that going to connect to your plumbing and your sewer line, your water, all that good stuff? Now, is this structure being built at a 2x4, or this is going to be more of a cabinet style, and then everything gets hooked up? Regardless what gets done in here, what are we doing with this block wall? Is this getting framed in? So all the conduits, sewer line, and all that can run behind that. It's doubtful you'd want that visible. This is the plan, so we can go through the PDF. So this is the area I'm talking about, the wall. As looking at this plan, page 9, the wall stops here, the wall stops here. This is center block. You can't just remove that. And then the span of this is pretty massive. I mean, it's huge. I mean, you're looking basically an 18 feet run. I mean, you could potentially do a glue lamp. You know, it'd probably be a 6x14, and you'd need, I don't know, you'd need some pretty serious stuff in there. And how do you connect that to the block? And yeah, I don't. It's doable, but it'd be something pretty major. Now your staircase, changing the orientation. Remember, you have your joist. You'd literally have to change the direction of the joist. Make sure they come up to here. Then you got your joist sticking out. Then you're doing your basically head rim board, and then you got your beam in here, and then you got your posts that are supporting that. We'd have to apply, maybe doing a header, but it's doubtful they would allow that being done because they wouldn't really support that. Um, Possibly attaching it to the block, but we'd have to make sure if it's actually poured or if it's hollow. If it's hollow, they won't approve it. And there's a chance that this is hollow, but poured basically where your rebar is at. So that's something pretty significant. Now, some of this layout is being changed inside, so this would need to be reframed. A lot of the plumbing would have to be redone. The question is, how much can we actually touch it? If we start moving a lot of stuff, the structure, it's all connected. What's the viability? If we start working on that, we're gonna kind of can't go back. So we have to discuss that, or do we keep that? As of right now, this looks different, right? So you have your women's bathroom that you turn to the left, you go forward, and you go into the men's bathroom. Maybe leaving that as is, and then changing this, and then you still, you know, maybe you could block this off. There's a door leading that. Block this off, extend the women's bathroom, and punch a new hole in here. So that could possibly work, but it won't look exactly the same. The IT will be bigger as discussed because of the I-beam. And lastly, your wall, the framing. Just need some clarification with the decision here. What is this? Frame? Or is this a built-in cabinet? Not sure what that is. Not really seeing a ledger describing. Um, oh, it's asking for a metal stud. Okay, if it's asking for a metal stud, what are we doing? Now, I mean, is the metal stud going all the way to the wall? Or are we just stopping at like 8 feet? And then do we need to do metal stud at that point? Maybe just do it out of wood. Yeah, so let me know.